Raided someone last night and there was like 120 gold. I don't think I've seen that much before. What, in one of the provinces? That's kind of impressive. What does Constantinople have? Actually, Venice often has, yeah, Constantinople has 200. Venice has 117. There are a couple of provinces around. You just gotta know where to go. One area which is super rich is Portugal and southern Spain. Like, this area is usually really, really wealthy. Silves tends to be. Lisboa tends to be. Malaga. Sevilla. That's already been looted, though. My marshal tells me that one of my commanders, Bao, has improved significantly. Oh, sweet. What'd you get? +2. You're 17. Nice. Navarre. Still no disease? Still no disease. You are known as the Sea Queen, for you can take whatever you want, anywhere that the wild waves beat on rock or sand. No woman sails a ship better, no woman fights more fiercely, no woman is held in more fear. So her marshal's about to go up, and her personal combat skill's about to go up even further. And now she's a max rank Viking. I'd totally forgotten you didn't have that already. 91%. Oh, we are so close. Right, you have one more holding to go. You've got one more. You've got one more. You've got one more. So we've all got one more to go. Alright, cool. And then we might actually have to go back and drop off some of the loot because, no, in fact, you're full. So we're going to do our little cheaty thing. Send you over there, send you back. Back to you as well. Send you to Sussex. Send you back. That's a lot of boats. What's Asturias doing? Influx. Gelre gets more wealthy. We get even more stuff in prestige. Legend still at 91. So prestige has no impact on legend. I think it is purely done by missions. So the more people you have in the faction, the more missions and stuff you can complete. Go back on the ship. You can go back on the ship. You two can go back on the ship. Let's get out of this diseased quagmire. No, you can't. Over here. This is also a nice, valuable location. As you ponder new ways to improve your realm, court physician Riqui approaches you with an idea. My queen! If you were to institute a system of provincial apothecaries, the health of your subjects would improve significantly. Speaking of improving significantly, how are the hospitals? Let's increase your disease resistance. And Holland still hasn't been upgraded. Brabant, I'm going to invest in a hospital. In fact, we could theoretically put a hospital in every single province here. They do give more disease resists. It's not like I'm short on money right now. How far till legendary? 93%. We're definitely getting close. 1, 2, 3, 4 provinces. Unfortunately, there's a big army there, and this is Bayer, so we'll just have to select you. Do that again. There's 3 of you moving. 1, 2, 3, stay. And then I want the ships split in half. You're going to have to land and then jump back in the ships. Because I'm going to need to split the ships in half. You jump back in the ships. Send half the ships with those guys down there. Esteemed Queen Caitlin of Gelderland, I wish to forsake my old religion and lead Harugan into the rightful place of the right... Yeah, you want to do the right religion? You're doing the right thing. What's your guard like? 600? Should be fine. Even a base on upgraded hospital is worth it for just the 5%. True. Conversion of Rugen. Priests you have sent to Rugen have returned home exhausted and satisfied. Yep, they're doing the job. I just need to keep paying them. Also, why are there troops over here? Let's get rid of those. It's just them. Cool. Right, I am unmarried, which means my stats are suffering. So I should probably try to get married again. So, not married. Elof, the captain of the Gelrean band. We could try and marry you. You're pretty good at what you do. Terrible at stewarding, though. And it is kind of stewarding that I need. Frankly, the age doesn't matter. Oh, yeah, married's no. Okay. So we could try to marry you. I apparently cannot marry... Yes, I can. Says no. Yeah, we need to do it through here. Hjalmar. Here we go. Bentet. Go to Daventer. 15. Yeah, he's pretty good. Quick, paranoid, just, and kind. That actually sounds like a pretty good combination for a spouse. So we'll do that. Should take a look at my text, you're not wrong. That was the only one. Although I'm very tempted to upgrade the heavy infantry because we kind of rely on those guys. And we'll also do the siege equipment. And then also the town stuff so that buildings can be built. Quite a few buildings, in fact. Crikey. Huh. Suddenly money is more of an issue. Let's get the Hoscal training ground. I don't want to spend too much because I want to leave the sun with a bit of cash. Just in case. Oh, it's only going to be a Nijmegen. Not as important. Seek treatment. Yes, please do. Court chaplain. Good. At least it's not the steward again. Court physician has come to see you and offers treatment. As long as you know what you're doing. Actually, how good are you? 14. As long as you know what you're doing. Chaplain. I think that Berta is going to be great for the job. And I would like you to research culture tech in Gelre, please. Let's get these techs spreading out. Well, the son is the heir, so as soon as I switch to playing as him, I'll get that money. So I don't need to banish him. Why would I do that? He's also one of very few surviving members of this dynasty. We're not that big. So I think that would be a bad choice. Your eyes widened when Rikwi led a goat into the chambers. The foul smell of his flatulence made both of you cover your noses, but the physician pulled your hand away. Apologies, my lady. This is the treatment. You recommended deep breaths. Successful treatment. Okay. We've made it to 95. Wow. This dude from Zutphen is going to absolutely worship the ground. How are you not worshipping the ground upon which I walk? Oh, you're kind of pissed because I had declared unjust wars. Well, yeah. I need the money now. Well, I don't because it takes time for this stuff to build. I thought I should upgrade that so you can keep that castle town going. In fact, yeah, when I switch to Mordred, I'm not going to need to save money. So, you're right, I should just continue improving this area. Castle town's already done, we need the castle walls. You still have a holding. That's going to be another castle. Because these are all in the Duchy of Gelre. Ednulf proposes that we send more troops, making them a bigger, better mercenary band. He insists that with the experience he has gained, trusting them with a greater force. Yeah, sure. Enjoy. How is that force doing now? 4,000 men. That is actually growing. 2,500 heavy infantry. 242 archers. 500 light. 200 pikes. Is there a way of telling him to switch light infantry? We can do light cavalry into heavy cavalry, and let's do that. What I wanted to do was light infantry into archers. But I think I just need to straight up just send him more troops. Sieges are going well. They are starting to rally some troops though. They can certainly try to rally those troops. 98%. Right, I don't need you to be special anymore. Siege of Coimbra's done. A lack of diligence watching Bayov Boulogne in the training grounds is always interesting. There is something about her fighting technique that comes off as half-hearted, and her weapons as well as her armour seem like they need a little more caring about. Let's talk weapon care and etiquette, even though you don't care, do you? No, you're uncouth. By pointedly declined my offer, the woman apparently feels perfectly fine with the current state of things. Do you? Do you indeed? That's unfortunate for you. Antagonise. Hail, heroine! Great stuff behind the walls of Burke. Cumberland. And also you're about to get... Whoa, okay, that's a lot of people. March to reinforce! I think I may have upset Asturias slightly. Very, very slightly. There must be some way to force open the defences of Porto with control of both land and sea. I have a distinct advantage. No, we're just going to siege. Alright, so we have 4,000 against 11. They have 4,000 heavy infantry. I have 1,700 with a bunch more on the way. They have a lot of pikemen. They have no command. Oh, I have no command on one side. Borkvard, I actually want you that side, because when you arrive you'll take command of the right side. Perfect. Okay, happy with that. Unfortunately they do outnumber us 2-1. Which even with Caitlin holding the centre, we retreated. Bugger. Milena the Whiner, a fledgling in my lodge, is somewhat lacking duelist at best. It's shameful that someone like her should be so woefully unready. You're not the one I'm trying to antagonise. Alright, so I just need to improve your skill a bit. You're diligent, you're chalice, content, scarred, uncouth. I'm going to say... You're diligent. You probably want a bit of a buffing up, so best teacher is failure. Charles, show her how to fight. They still lost more men than I did. Soundly beaten by Charles, the grinner who barely broke a sweat the duel, she suffered some minor injuries. Melina thought she was going to die and blames me for it. Lose renown. 100! We've done it! The start of legend! For the Wolf Warriors! I proclaim, raising my glass. The cheers around the table are boisterous and the air hangs heavy with anticipation. There is nothing left here to conquer, someone laughs, raising an eyebrow conspirationally. Bottle murmurs, have you ever been to England? A group of heroes begin preparing for a journey into the realm of King Ethelred for blood and glory. Or I get demoted and I'm never allowed to be promoted to heroine again. Let's do this. Let's go conquer England, just like 3 of us. The start of legend. My history in battle is known to many, but there are still those who would benefit from learning more about my experiences. Like that time you chopped someone's head off, Bodlil asks, in response to my idea. A feast where you wrangle your court with stories, she continues. I consider the spirits a good lift, and I soon depart for England. Yes, such an opportunity. Make great progress on your legendary journey. We make progress. Yes, big opportunity. Much laughs, big wow. To bolster her confidence for the adventure into England, I am throwing I'm showing Bodil around my trophy room. You are a collector of skulls, then, the woman comments before interrupting herself. Oh, but this one would make a fine chalice. Yes, let's have someone fashion a cup out of one of those. Add skull cup to the treasury of Queen Caitlin the Legendary. Vaughn's skull is destroyed and removed. Great progress on the legendary journey. Let's do this. And we need to return home. To England. So what to do? Skull Cup. Monthly prestige, tribal vassal opinion, and cruel opinion. Rather ornate, this drinking cup is clearly made of unusual material. Once a modest trophy, one might notice that the bone of the skull has been finely polished, set upon a sturdy fixture, and decorated with precious stones. I have a jade dragon. Quality 5? Desired by many for its intrinsic value and the beautiful design, which displays the height of the Chinese Empire, this intricately designed dragon made out of the jade by a master Norse craftsman is a very unique treasure. National tax plus 10%, prestige plus 1, diplomacy plus 2. Damn. I haven't looked at my treasury for a while. I will drink from your skull. Your legendary trip was to sack Rome and we killed the Pope while we were sacking it. Did I steal it on a raid? I think that was actually given to me by someone. I didn't realise that it was an actual item. I thought it was just, you got a jade dragon. The time has come for us to move into enemy territory. Bodil and I are toasting once more to the Wolf Warriors. We shall find the most experienced warriors and show them what it means to be Frisian, I declare. Let everyone know our name, she agrees, slamming her fist into the table. Yes, together we are stronger. I'm going to save, just in case I keel over dead at some point during this. I didn't realise it was an ongoing thing. Meanwhile, in Nijmegen, you guys are already doing your upgrades for yourselves. That is good to see. You can upgrade the keep. You can upgrade the castle fortifications. Nothing for you. Also, actually, hospitals can possibly be upgraded. Nope. Okay, the reason I can't build anything is because I have no money. These guys haven't arrived home. There we go. Suddenly, I have money again. Glorious. I do have Jade Dragon on. I don't get Chinese events because I'm out of their range. Wish they'd add China to the map, that'd be crazy. They don't want to do it because it would be too big a drain on machines. Like, Crusader Kings is optimized for older machines. Save money in case I need it for the legend events. You're not wrong. Having turned in for the night, I find myself wide awake listening to the snoring of Bodil. Just as I'm about to get up and do something about my irritation, I hear a rustling in the bushes. Before I can get to my feet, I find a man leaning over me, eyeing me suspiciously, a weapon aimed at my throat. You come armed, I see. How about we do this one-on-one? You challenge the scout to a duel, and the two of you meet in a moonlit field. You make great progress on your legendary journey. As soon as the camp is out of earshot, my opponent draws his weapon. Wind moves over the moonlit meadow, and the grass bending in waves, causing it to look like the ground itself is breathing under our feet. This is too easy, I murmur. And then I sever his head from his body. Another victorious match. That was the Marshal of England. That's probably their best fighter who I just killed. Wow, that was kind of harsh. Also, England consists of one province? Yep. How on earth did you establish the Kingdom of England from the county of Oxford? You're even a tributary to Wiltshire. Okay, I won't question it too hard. Why was there Marshal a scout? I have no idea. Well, in that case, I think I'm going to put these guys together. In fact, I seem to be really lacking commanders again. I am. Don't care if you're married. Any join range. You're good fighters. You are a commander. You are a chancellor, and I've blocked chancellors from becoming commanders. You would join. Invite to court. Bow's already here. You're already here. You would invite... No, I need to bribe you. I like the fact that the Gelrian band are the people I'm recruiting the most people from. We are camped in the plains on our way to England. While I'm scouting the perimeter, I hear the sound of fighting. As I lean out from behind a large rock, I spot a man wrestling a stag and winning. A challenge! Hey you, let's fight. The man wipes some blood off of his face before steadying himself to face you. The stag dead on the ground. The man braces for my attack. I call out, "For the wolf warriors!" My masterful short sword swooshing, nay, singing through the air. With the trees as our audience and the only witness to my deed, I soon seem to sever his head from his body. I win the duel. Oh, but I was wounded. Cracked ribs. For a year. Edwin dies, the spy master of England. We're just cutting up their entire court. 'Cause why not? It's a very dangerous time to be an Englishman, apparently. To the sweet champion, Caitlin, may you live in harmony and contentment. Yes, you are going to be a commander. And the other one, there you are. A commander. Okay, so, split you in half. No, because I actually want units of like 2,000-ish. Let's get one of the big stacks. There we go. So all of you are raiders. Just get rid of these guys for a second. Alright. Renhard. Gerhard. Borgvard. Bau. Sacco. Vansetti. Oh, that's all of them. Right. Jump on the ships and head over here. It was Cumberland that I had to raid. So Cumberland we shall raid. The finest warrior around. Well, that would be your Nomeric, mistress. A little girl. Oh, sorry. The finest warrior around? Well, that would be a remark, mistress, a little girl says. Bodil fishes a coin from her pocket, rewarding the urchin for the information. There he is, the child suddenly cries, pointing at an Anglo-Saxon man down the road. The court chaplain of England. Ah, such fortune, my lord. Come face me. Bodil mentions for people to get out of her way just before Yoromeric lunges at me, indignity on his face. I parry immediately, defending myself well, judging by the excited cries of the spectators. At the end of it all, the crowd has grown still, the streets flowing with the blood of their Anglo-Saxon warrior. I shed the blood of the Saxon men. Okay, wounded again, swollen wrist. Another reduction to my combat skill. We're at 153 now. Still quite a ways to go. No, I'm not commanding because I'm on a journey. I've inherited Leeuwarden. Okay. So that needs to go to somebody else. Let's take a look. I would like to see my realm. People who are not rulers. I have no great stewards. Wow, generally the people in my realm, except for the fighters, suck. I kind of prefer a steward, Rickwe. He is my court physician. That probably means I would lose him as a court physician. Or, I can of course go to this, say I would like to find somebody who is good at stewarding. You'll do. Right, I need to bribe you first. And then invite you to the court. And when you arrive, I'll make you the Baron of Leeuwarden. Grant landed title. Barony of Leeuwarden. There you go. Alright, so one of you goes there. Actually, those are still tribes. That's not... Oh yeah, I could go for Ireland. So... one of you goes there. One of you goes there. One of you goes there. A legendary journey. I've partaken in a local tournament, and I've been knocking out Anglo-Saxon fighters with ease. Grinning, I search the crowd for the face of Bodil, who has been cheering me on. I find her looking a bit pale. Turning to face my final foe, I hear someone shouting an introduction. Wolfmar the Giant! Finally, a challenge. Brawny, genius, strong, duelist. 91 skill. Let's have at it. Finally, a challenge. You will duel the tallest man you have ever seen. He's not a giant. He's not actually the tallest man I've ever seen. That would be the former ruler of Baines. The crowd is cheering loudly as the giant looms over me. All the men I fought so far pale in comparison. You'll die now! The beast of a man roars, swinging a massive club. When it fails to hit me and bites the ground, the earth shakes and he moves to lift it again. I strike. The crowd falls silent. You win the duel.